What's up, everybody? Nate and Justin here.
What's up, guys?
From Out of the Basement, and today we are bringing you our 4,000 subscriber Q&A special. It's been a little while since we did a Q&A. The last one was for 1.5K.
We kind of pick weird numbers.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's just kind of like, oh, what do you want to do for this milestone? I don't know.
Most of the time, it's nothing.
Yeah, most of the time it's nothing, but I was like, it's been a while since we've done a Q&A. We've got a lot more subscribers, obviously, since the last Q&A video, and then we thought it would be a little bit more interesting if we took some video submissions, which a couple of you guys out there did, and that is awesome. We definitely appreciate it. So, of course, once again, thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. It is insane to me that we've come this far, especially so quickly. 2020 has really been the year for the channel. It's been a shit year otherwise.
Right.
But when it comes to
got a lot of quarantine views and subs.
Yeah, when it comes to the people being trapped inside for months on end, it really benefited our channel. And of course, we've been getting tons of new Star Wars stuff early. So that also always helps out.
It's been a great year for getting stuff early. Yeah. Somehow, some way. Like when I found even like the Imperial Probe Droid, when I found that at Meijer.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Months in advance.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for everyone who's watched, subscribed. It definitely means a lot to us. So, Justin, let's get into the questions.
Yeah, we want to do the video submissions first since you went the extra mile, put in the extra effort.
Exactly.
So we're starting with the first one we received, which was from Riley Cross. Subscriber we've known for a long time.
I feel like at this point it's pretty much a tie between him and Fig Fury for people who have been around the longest.
Yeah, remember LJD Films?
Yeah, I will still always think about where LJD Films went.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. Sean.
Yep, Sean. Hope you're watching out there, buddy. I hope you're doing okay as well.
All right, but with that, it was very interesting because we've only ever seen YouTube profile pictures. So it's very interesting to put a face to the name for some of you guys out there. So
absolutely.
Let's watch.
What's up, Nate and Justin? Longtime subscriber, first time caller. My question is, if you had a Narnia type closet and on the other side you could have any diorama that you like, doesn't have to be Star Wars, what would you make on the other side of that closet? Mine would probably be Hoth, but then again, I live in Canada, so 5 months of the year I pretty much walk out to a Hoth diorama, minus the AT-ATs. Number 2 would be, is there a character out there that doesn't have a figure made by any company that you desire the most? Congrats on 4K subs. Take care.
Thank you, Riley, for the video. Great questions there. For the first question, if I could have any diorama.
If we're talking Black Series diorama for our figures, or you go through the closet and you're actually in that world, I think my answer would still be the same. And that would be Jabba's Palace.
True. Jabba's Palace would be great to hang out.
You know, I'll keep it Star Wars, but Return of the Jedi is our favorite a lot of the times because we go back and forth. But Jabba's Palace is so just scoundrel, dirty, but it's also just cozy.
Yeah. It's like dimly lit. There's nice music.
Got the Max Rebo band going.
Like,
which would
sure,
be great to get in the Black Series.
There's crime lords and bounty hunters sprinkled throughout, but I'm sure if you just wanted to go there, get a quick drink, you'd probably be all right.
Yeah.
But for me, if we're talking Black Series, 6-inch diorama, I'd love a throne room with the window.
Of course.
So I could put Emperor on the chair there, have it be the 2 levels. I really have been thinking about trying to attempt to build a diorama, specifically like a Tatooine wall. But
it seems to be the go-to for most beginners.
Right, that's like the entry level, like just make a Tatooine building wall. I feel like I can do it. I just need to find like a good, solid tutorial.
Right.
So, those would be my picks. If it was real life, I would definitely agree. Jabba's Palace would be the place to hang out and have a drink.
All right, and as far as the second question, I've thought about this for a while now. The driver from Drive 2011, the Nicholas Winding Refn film.
Yes.
I would love a NECA Ultimate of the driver. There's so many iconic pieces of the costume. You could have shades, the jacket, of course, the scorpion jacket. It could come with the alternate gloved hands. It can come with the bullet and the hammer. It can come with a shotgun.
Yep.
So many, and they've done Ryan Gosling before in terms of NECA because of the Blade Runner 2049 figure. So
True. That is very true.
that'd be my number one pick.
Nice. In a similar vein, I think I would have to go with a NECA version of Harry Warden, the killer from My Bloody Valentine. He's like a miner, and I just think it would be the perfect figure for NECA to make. Now, I think they're kind of teasing it, maybe, because they did.
Yeah, the pickaxe.
They did post a picture of a pickaxe for some upcoming figure, and that's instantly where my mind went to.
Yeah, because they're big into horror. So, of course, like a pickaxe, murder weapon. And then when you really think of horror, when you go to the main weapon being a pickaxe, it's pretty narrowed down.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, classic slashers. So maybe, hopefully.
I'm hoping.
Let's move on to the next video. From Jay Persad. I've noticed him the past, like, probably half a year or so.
Yeah.
I always think of the penguin.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is the profile picture. So let's watch.
Hey Nate, hey Justin. My name is Joel. I'm a big fan of the show. I have a bit of a hard question for you guys. I know that you guys often talk about scalping, and I've done my best to, avoid participating in that, but sometimes figures just aren't available. For example, in Canada, we hardly got any clone lieutenants, and the figure was never advertised on EB Games' website until after it was sold out. After I found out it was sold out online, I drove to at least 3 different EB Games locations in search of the figure, but I just didn't find it. I realized that, if you spend enough money on time and gas, it almost seems like buying from a scalper. Could be cheaper in some cases than hunting around for it for God knows how long. In that case, is it okay to purchase from a scalper? Or is it better to wait another 3 to 5 years until the figure is re-released? Thanks again, and congrats on the success of your channel.
Thank you for the video, Joel. That is a very tough question. Very tough question.
Because we might be perhaps a slightly biased because we live notoriously close to so many Walgreens locations. Like, seriously, like, how many do you think? Like 10 to 15 within, like...
I would say within about 45 minutes of us, easily 15 different Walgreens. Yeah, it's like kind of hard to say because I feel like we have such a skewed perspective, especially this year, like we were talking about earlier in the video, like finding stuff early. I actually, just before we recorded this video, found the latest wave of Black Series figures with Luke, Han, Leia, Endor, and the Incinerator Trooper, Clone Trooper. Literally stopped at Walmart before I came back to the headquarters, and boom, there they were. So we are extremely lucky, and we have a lot of different stores, and we have a lot of the same stores within, a decent amount of travel time. Like, we have a couple Targets, we have a couple Walmarts, tons of GameStops.
And, like, we say we're so lucky, but I also think it's a lot of effort, because I cannot tell you the amount of times I go to Walmart or Meijer after work. I mean, it's like a 99% failure rate, but that's what it is. I countless trips after work going to the store and not seeing anything. But specifically for this Clone Lieutenant, I'm also biased because this was a figure where if I didn't find it, it was no big loss.
Yeah.
For me personally, because of the wrong paint color for the blue. The blue, I don't like the weathering and how the weathering isn't on the rest of the figure. It's only on the blue paint. It's on the old clone body, etc. But that being said, that's just a choice you got to make for yourself. I would say ultimately, being in an area where there's not that much going around, I couldn't say with 100% certainty because it goes from case to case basis. I never give in.
Yeah,
I mean, even like being a big Clone Wars fan, I'm not gonna pay over $100-$200 for the Cad Bane Deluxe set.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not happening. So it's a case-by-case basis.
Yep.
But still try not to do it as much as you possibly can. But if you're a big enough fan of something and you absolutely got to have it, you're going to do what you're going to do to attain it.
True.
So,
yeah.
I don't know if that answers that question.
Right.
Answer it by not answering it.
Right.
But, yeah.
I mean, I feel like personally, I would just say I would probably just wait. Because so far, the pattern of the Black Series has been either A, you wait a couple years, the exact same figure gets re-released, or B, the same figure gets re-released and it's improved, either with photoreal or it's on a new body or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. So you never know what waiting a couple years could bring you. Potentially maybe down the road we see that very same clone trooper lieutenant on the new clone body with solid blue paint apps, with the correct blue paint apps.
That very well could happen.
Because the blue is also incorrect.
Because at that point, it would just be a repaint of the new clone trooper, the Attack of the Clones clone trooper on the new clone body. It would just be a repaint of that. And Hasbro loves their repaints.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
both.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
I'd say case-by-case basis. Thank you for the question, Joel.
Yep. Up next is a video from David Clank, another long-time subscriber.
True. David has been around quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there, David Clank here. I want to congratulate Nate and Justin on reaching 4,000 subscribers on the Out of the Basement YouTube channel. It's always a treat to watch Figure It Out or some figure reviews on the way to my cross-country meet Saturday mornings or when I'm in the dining hall and breakfast and lunch. Thanks for keeping up with the great content, guys. I have 2 quick questions for you guys. Firstly, a few weeks ago when you brought up your story about finding the clone sergeants at the bottom of a movie theater after a showing, that's such an obscure and crazy story to find a figure like that in a crazier place like a movie theater. I was wondering, have you guys ever found figures in other random places, like out in the public or at a thrift store of an extremely expensive figure that was marked down? And secondly, before the Black Series came out in 2014 or whenever, I was wondering, did you guys have any other collections or big theme that you followed beforehand, or even when you were kids? What were some collections that you guys were really into? Thanks for all the great content. It's always great to go out and find like a Camino clone trooper or a Purge trooper. I come home and I watch your videos and kind of bounce off of my thoughts to yours and find new details I wouldn't have otherwise. Love the content. Keep it up, guys, and congrats again.
Great questions, David. So I would say outside of the movie theater story, not really. Actually, I'd probably say the thing that I thought that came to mind was this particular 3 3/4 inch figure, and then over behind Justin, the shirtless Kit Fisto. I actually found both of these at a Goodwill for 99 cents a piece. They're not crazy valuable, but they do have a little bit of value to them. I think they're in like the $15 to $20 range typically, but I normally wouldn't have bought 3 3/4 inch figures, but it was literally, IG-86 and then shirtless Kit Fisto for 99 cents a piece. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take these home with me. But
yeah, equating something to literally finding a Black Series figure in a movie theater aisle just on the ground, nothing compares to something crazy that we've found. I got nothing. And then as far as your second question about when we were younger, I was actually into Lego Star Wars when I was younger.
Nice.
I remember I had like an AT-AT, I had Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, I had different plethora of different Star Wars Lego sets. I was also into Bionicle for a little bit.
Nice.
I was a little piece it together boy. Building. I was a builder boy.
I've always had random 3 3/4 inch Star Wars characters, mostly like Power of the Force, the 90s Power of the Force. That was like stuff I remember growing up with like the super buff Luke Skywalker. Like every character was buff, like Han Solo, jacked.
Right.
Luke Skywalker, jacked. So I had a lot of those. I was also really big into wrestling. So a lot of WWF, a lot of WWE action figures in my childhood. Had the ring. I had the Elimination Chamber. Of course, Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Those were also a big part of my childhood. Like the Punisher figure, which I still have to this day somewhere. That was always a favorite of mine. I had like Ben Affleck Daredevil, Ghost Rider, Movie Blade. Those are just like figures that are coming to my mind right now.
We all also both had Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card collections,
which we both still have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have an insane Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon card collection that I keep at my mom's house in storage, and it's a lot. There's a lot of cards there. So yeah, David, if you're watching right now, I'd be curious. I want to know what stuff you collected when you were growing up, if you did collect anything. So now, Justin, we had one more video submission from our good long-time subscriber, Fig Fury 79, aka Todd. But Justin watched the video and didn't realize that when you DM someone on Instagram, you can only watch the video once.
What kind of private messaging social media platform? Messenger, Twitter. Why would it delete the video or any form of media? No other social media does that. Not even if you direct message on Snapchat. And I don't mean sending a Snapchat. I mean sending something from your camera roll through the private messaging of Snapchat. Not even that deletes the video. So very weird to me. Same thing with photos, apparently.
Yep.
But I did watch it. Very low volume. So you probably had more than one question. But the only thing I could really make out is that you said that I'm always the one doing the Black Series updates and collection videos. Are we ever going to see Nate's Black Series collection? Soon.
So I filmed the video once with you, Justin, when you were my lighting boy.
I was your lighting boy.
But then I moved and I was like, well, now, I want to scrap that one because now I had a whole new collection set up.
All right.
And I shot that video, but I did it myself, holding the light in one hand, holding my phone in the other hand, trying to film. So the video was just very shaky and not very good quality. So I'm just going to have to reshoot it again, hopefully with someone to control the lighting so I can steadily hold my phone and actually be able to show each figure individually. It's definitely coming soon, but as for in the near future, I'm completely swamped with reviews right now.
Yeah.
Because I had the new Gaming Greats, the new carbonized figures. I just had the new Incinerator Trooper and the Phase 1 Clone Trooper. So I'll get around to it. I just need a time where I can take a break from doing figure reviews because I feel like getting those out as soon as possible is a little bit more important than something that I think people would watch no matter what. Mm-hmm. No matter when I release my collection video, people will watch it. But, you wait too long on certain figures, then no one's going to watch that video anymore. So that's kind of where I come from when trying to plan this content out. So it'll definitely happen 100% before the end of the year. That is my guarantee to all of you out there.
Whoa.
But Fig, if you had other questions, just comment them down below and we'll answer them in the next episode of Figure It Out, because I don't want to leave you out, buddy. I feel bad. But of course, Justin didn't know, so it is what it is. But yeah, just comment down below if you had other questions there so we could talk about them in the next episode of Figure It Out.
All right, so now we'll be moving into the comments that were left on the YouTube video. So we'll do the YouTube comments, we'll do the Instagram, and then we'll do the community post.
Yeah.
Questions. A lot of questions. True. Brayden and Dad Toy Hunts asks, my question is, when did you guys start collecting Star Wars figs? I started collecting Black Series specifically in 2015, late 2015. Managed to play catch up pretty well. Other than that, like I said, collecting, I used to be into Lego Star Wars back in the day as a child. I had some various Star Wars figures growing up, but in terms of actually collecting, definitely the Black Series is the first thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because my mom and dad especially my dad. He was into Star Wars a lot. He was also into Star Trek, and he was also into collecting figures himself. He has, well, had, father passed away, but Inbox, Toy Biz, Lord of the Rings collection, and like the old Star Trek The Next Generation figures. He has a ton of those in box. But I've always kind of had, they've always bought me Star Wars figures, things like that, like kept up with them. But yeah, Star Wars Black Series for me, late 2014, I want to say, was when I got my prototype Boba Fett, which was the first Black Series figure I bought. And then after that, I really got into it around the same time that I infected Justin with it.
Yes.
So Aaron McCosker, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, asks, do you guys like/play video games? Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Yep. Some of our favorite games are Halo, specifically Halo Reach, Halo 2.
Yeah, we played the Master Chief Collection a
Yeah.
lot. It's been the only game I've been playing because as like growing up and like I just want to pick up and play. That's kind of my mentality, and I love multiplayer aspect versus like story mode stuff because I like the thrill, the adrenaline of defeating like an actual real person on the other end.
Yeah.
So, and I just think it's a bit more skill based. That's why we play something like Halo so much. But I know you love your RPGs like Oblivion and all that.
Yep. Big Elder Scrolls fan. My favorite video game of all time is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I love playing most of the Star Wars games. Jedi Fallen Order is a fantastic game. KOTOR 1, The Force Unleashed. Plenty of great Star Wars games out there.
We love Minecraft.
Yeah, we love Minecraft
love
as well.
Minecraft.
It's a great, relaxing, fun game. Friday the 13th, the game. We're big horror fans here on the channel. And that game was a broken mess when it came out, but it was so much fun. It still is pretty fun, although admittedly these days with no new content, it definitely gets old very quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are probably the games we play the most, I would say.
Volts, Ohms, Amps asks, of all the droid units of the CIS, the Confederacy of Independent Systems, in Star Wars, what one would cause you to start a droid army in your collection? Well, they've already released the B1 battle droids.
It's already begun.
Yeah, it's already begun, but if you mean like besides that one, Super Battle Droid is the next easiest.
Yep. Super Battle Droid.
The most logical next step.
Assassin droid.
Assassin Commando Droid. The Droideka Destroyer Droid. Tactical Droid.
All droid.
Every CIS droid.
As soon as the initial B1 battle droid came out, we were hooked. You have 4 of the original one. I have 2. I also have a Geonosian and a heavy battle droid
Yeah, I have
as
2
well.
heavies.
So we got a twofer from Trooper Collector 084. Since you guys are long Black Series collectors, what would have to be your favorite clone figure released along with your least favorite clone trooper released? And what is your most desired clone trooper that hasn't been released yet? So for me, my favorite clone trooper figure, probably Commander Bly.
I was going to agree.
In terms of articulation, details, all the extra...
Binocs.
The shoulder pads, the soft good skirt. Captain Rex is a solid number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Least favorite, I almost want to say take your pick because every other clone you cannot utilize those double jointed elbows. They look really, really, really nice, especially that Entertainment Earth, the 4-pack, the Order 66 4-pack, but take your pick. I mean, design-wise, I guess, I don't know.
I've got a candidate, and it's not based on design, but it is based on one thing, and it's Commander Gree, and it's because of that stupid little antenna on the back.
Yeah, but the camouflage looks so dope with the green visor.
But
the
I'm
metallic
still
green.
upset that he took a shelf dive and I lost the antenna to the void.
I super glued
And
that
you
boy
super glued yours in. So
honestly, I might say Clone Lieutenant as my least favorite
there
one
you go.
released so far.
Yeah, that is also a solid choice. And most desired clone,
Commander Neo, maybe, perhaps.
mine probably wouldn't be a named clone, but I would definitely love to see a clone commando. Either plain white,
Absolutely.
or one of the members of Delta Squad, or all of the members of Delta Squad. Either one of those would work for me, but I would just absolutely love to see a clone commando.
Fives as well. I think
Fives.
they should do like a Fives and Echo
Jesse,
2-pack.
Echo, Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doom.
Let's get them all. 90s Nerd Life asks, I have a question as a fellow Star Wars Black Series collector. Do you ever see your collection coming to an end? How large do you expect it to grow? Very interesting question, because once upon a time in the Black Series, 2016, 17, I was like, like all they were doing was new trilogy, sequel trilogy stuff, and they were sprinkling in some original trilogy. So, like, I remember when the prequels were not even getting any love. Now they're certainly getting a little more love now, but now that they've opened Clone Wars, they've cracked that open, endless possibilities with Clone Wars and Rebels and everything. So I don't see it coming to an end.
I pretty much would agree with you. I don't see my Black Series collection ending anytime soon. But as long as it's a figure that I find at least a cool character design, I'm probably still going to pick it up, though. It's like, you know, we swore off First Order, but
I'm staying true to it.
I'm a hopeless crackhead.
I'm staying true to...
And I can't
I'm done
wait
with sequel trilogy.
to wake up Sunday morning, bright and early, and go get a Commander Pyre and come back home.
No.
But yeah, there you go. Gold 5 says... Congrats on hitting 4K. Thank you, Gold. What is your favorite figure of all time? Good question. Very difficult question.
Black Series?
I mean, it could be for you. Whatever you want, man.
Well, what's it for you?
I don't know. I've got a couple that I really love, specifically like NECA Movie Turtles. When thinking of things that I absolutely love, like in the Black Series, the Mandos, like specifically the Mandalorian, that figure, amazing.
Yeah.
My San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Swamp Thing figure with like, he's got like rubber skin on him. That's a super dope figure that I have.
Yeah, I think if we're going in terms of Black Series, I'd stick with the Orange Line, Orange Pauldron Sand Trooper.
Of course, the Sand Trooper.
A lot of accessories, a lot of good detail, a lot of paint, especially for Hasbro doing the weathering. It's very good. Mm-hmm. That's our favorite Black Series figure, at least. But overall, I wouldn't be able to say. Jack Hubbard says, obviously this is a figure channel, but do you know your Star Wars movie order from favorite to least favorite? Well,
yes.
Let's go ahead and bust out our letterbox lists. Because we do have them listed on our letterboxd. So I'll go first.
Sure.
So is this least favorite, was it, to favorite? Or best to worst? Even though the original trilogy changes, all three of them will be in my number one spot at some point or another. Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. I might change this on the spot because The Force Awakens, I think I'm going to knock it down. I'm going to say Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, Solo, Rise of Skywalker, and The Last Jedi.
We pretty much have the same. For me, Empire and Return are interchangeable just like you, but for me, I have it Empire, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars 77, Episode 3, Episode 1, Episode 2, Force Awakens, Rogue One, Solo, The Last Jedi, and least favorite coming in as Rise of Skywalker.
I probably agree. I think ultimately I probably agree with Rise of Skywalker as the absolute worst.
Because it's the end of the trilogy. It's a rushed nightmare. 10 different movies rolled into one.
But Palpatine's hand go boom, boom.
Yeah, literally.
We can make that an entire video.
Sith Lord 66, another longtime subscriber. thank you for writing in here. If the Black Series was going to make only one more figure that hasn't been announced yet or rumored, what would you want it to be? I would say final figure to end the Black Series line, Salacious Crumb. Even though it already exists.
You know, I was going to say something like that, like the Max Rebo band. Perfect send-off.
Cantina band, Bib Fortuna.
It would have to be a meme like that.
Yeah,
like,
definitely would have. I would love the Black Series to just end on a meme.
Yep. Decorum Nation has a little twofer for us. What are your favorite horror movies, and how did you two meet? We met working at a movie theater together that has since closed forever.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy, COVID, everything. It's done. It's sad. It's actually sad.
It is sad.
Because it was also our main movie-going spot.
Yeah.
Because we are pretty passionate about film also, and we are passionate about horror as well. So good questions. But yeah, we met working at a movie theater together. Our favorite horror films, we love. There's a lot of good modern horror like Hereditary, The Witch, Midsommar, The Lighthouse. But we also love our classics as well. Our Reanimators, our Halloween, our Friday the 13th. We're diehard Friday fans.
Yep. Scream.
Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Night of the Living Dead.
Yep.
I mean,
Hellraiser.
we love the classics. We love a lot of modern stuff as well.
Love some obscure stuff like Dario Argento films like Suspiria, Deep Red, Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I'm like looking at my Blu-ray collection in my mind. Yeah, it's The Collector. I think that's another movie that a lot of people haven't watched. The Collector / The Collection. So there you go. Josh Pierce, another longtime subscriber, asks, how far do you guys travel when you go figure hunting? Well, it depends on how much free time we have during the day, and it depends on how desperate we are for what we're looking for.
We live in a pretty convenient area. There are a few Targets, there's a few Walmarts, there's a few Meijer locations, there's a lot of Walgreens within our area of our state that is very suburban and, in the Chicagoland area. So
And
we have easy access to a lot of stores as well as mom and pop shops.
And we're also only about 20 minutes away from the closest city in Illinois.
Yeah.
So typically, I would say probably about an hour radius in any direction is typically what we like go in. But depending on what we're looking for,
because we made a trip or two out to Illinois in sheer desperation.
Yeah.
Where I was hunting for Beskar Mando and the Camino Clone Trooper, which paid off.
Yep.
That one time.
Yeah.
Where I literally drove through Chicago traffic for these figures because Target was saying they have them. So I got them. So it's circumstantial.
Yep.
Most of the time, just in my own little city, going to Walmart, going to GameStop, going to Meijer.
Right. Because, we live in different cities, but in my city, I've got a Meijer, a Walmart, a Target, couple GameStops, Best Buy. So I could usually stay within my own city and hit a bunch of different stores. Kind of like that quick hunt video I posted a few weeks ago. That was literally like running the gauntlet in my city. Just like little area there. And they're all conveniently within about 5 minutes of each other. So
very true. Nighthawk Nation asks, what is your favorite Black Series figure besides Troopers? Stormtroopers.
Dang.
Congrats on the 4K subscribers. Been a subscriber for 5 months now. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Favorite Black Series besides any kind of Troopers, I'll say. Gamorrean Guard.
Gamorrean Guard.
We love the Gamorrean Guard. Perfect soft goods, 2 weapons, 3 weapons actually, right?
Yeah, because it comes with 2 axes and the spear.
Soft like pelt thing. It's a big bulky boy. Good articulate, double joint elbows.
Decent articulation.
Yeah, for a big boy. That's probably my answer right there.
Otherwise, good solid choice for number 2, Emperor with the Throne. The alternate heads, the alternate hands, the throne itself.
Absolutely.
Great piece. Chicken Ninja 55 asks, the best Star Wars Special Edition alteration.
So we passionately hate the special editions.
I do not watch.
You know, I feel like we all. Bucky's right there, so I'm kind of speaking for him as well. He's just off screen. We all kind of grew up with the VHS set, so we saw the theatrical, and then those DVDs and Blu-rays hit, and we're ooh.
Yep.
So we obviously subscribe to the idea of downloading Harmy's Despecialized, the 1080p cuts, or the 4K cuts. You didn't hear it from us, but go do it.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
And really, if you've ever like watched a video of like every single change, like of course we all know Jedi rocks, we all know R2 hiding behind the rock, we all knew the Emperor Ian McDiarmid replacing the makeup lady in Empire Strikes Back, but there's like really, really weird ones. There's like soundbite ones. There's ever so slightly modified. Like, have you ever looked into the sheer amount of changes? It was so much more than I initially thought, because most of them you don't notice and are so subtle. So in terms of the ones we know, I almost want to say Celebration music over Yub Nub, but I also love Yub Nub.
Yub Nub's a great song.
But the Celebration theme, or whatever it's called, is also, it's nice as well. And it doesn't, I'm not like, ugh, like I'm not like cringing at my screen like something like Jedi Rocks, but it's also a good meme.
Yeah. I would say Ian McDiarmid replacing the makeup lady is good, besides the fact that he looks like he's straight off the set of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, which, that doesn't make sense
But-
either, because he looks even more old and decrepit in Return of the Jedi.
So, besides that,
Maybe the explosion effect of the Death Star blowing up.
True, that is better. Boba Fett being a player.
I was thinking of that one yesterday. I forgot.
And the extended Rancor scene with the Twi'lek woman. Because in the Despecialized, you don't actually see her down in the pit.
Right.
That was all I never knew that was
Same thing with the Wampa
additional footage. Yeah.
With the Wampa snacking away.
Yeah. Really.
So that I actually do like the Wampa snacking away.
Both of those scenes, I feel like, were awesome in the way that they blended in perfectly.
Yeah.
It wasn't obnoxious CGI. So we got so many questions. We're actually going to split the Q&A into 2 separate videos. So you're going to want to stay tuned for part 2, where we answer even more questions from our YouTube channel and also from our Instagram account. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
We'll see you guys next time.